LEGO Marvel Superheroes is another entry in the ongoing series of LEGO games, which takes a commonly known series and LEGOfies it. They've done this with Batman, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, and a couple others. Now they're deciding to take on the most popular characters in the Marvel universe. And you know what? Just like all the other LEGO games, this one was just as fun. Now the story is about Dr. Doom trying to collect the cosmic bricks for an invention he's created, and the Marvel universe is out to stop him. When I say the Marvel universe, I mean it. Finally, Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Iron Man can all play together. This game is probably as close as you're ever going to get to seeing them team up on the screen. Now, one of my issues with this story is that it just seems so random. You just go from one location to another without any real connection to another. Sure, LEGO City had these sections where you had to go for some reason become a farmer for a chapter, but this game doesn't flow as well as that game. And it just feels like, hey, I have a cool idea, let's go here, and I don't really care how we actually put that in the story. We'll just come up with something. Now, a lot of times the story progresses through cutscenes, and I'm very happy that they decided to keep on using voice actors in them. It really brings out the emotion and heightens the excitement. I really enjoyed the sense of humor each of the characters had. Now the title plays like any other LEGO game, so if you're familiar with those, you can easily just jump into this without any problems. The characters have many different abilities that you can use to manipulate the surroundings. For example, if you want to use Mr. Fantastic, he can make his body into devices you could use in the environment. Or you could fly around with Iron Man, or use your spider sense, or swing around on webs with Spider-Man. Some of the abilities were used with more than one character. But that's understandable, since it would get too confusing if everybody was needed in a level to do something, because there are a lot of Marvel characters to play. One of the things I really didn't like about the levels this time was it seemed too cluttered. Like things were laid around for no reason other than having stuff to smash for studs. I know this is kind of a staple of the series, but I think it was more prominent, and it just seemed to stick out more in this one. The level designs though were really good. There was always something new and clever in each level that you progressed through. What you had to do at times was a bit frustrating, as it wasn't always clear, but with enough trial and error you can eventually figure it out. The boss battles were fantastic. The creators of this game really know how to keep things thrilling and exciting. All of the boss battles felt different, and you usually had to figure out ways to use the environment around you to stop them, and I love that. In between missions you can explore the city. It's not as detailed as LEGO City, but I'm sure you weren't expecting that. You can find plenty of things to do in it, but the levels were really the main draw of this game. Getting from one mission to the next is done using the city. They give you a guide to show you where to go. The problem with this is that it's not far enough ahead. I can't count the number of times where I was driving or flying just to have the guide make a sharp left or right, and then I would have to turn around and find him. Why can't they do it like LEGO City, where the dots were already in front of you and you can easily see where to go and when to turn? Now there is a map on the gamepad, but it's not very helpful while you're driving because it's a little hard to drive and look at a map. Now I did run into quite a few bugs where my character would just get stuck, or even once my game completely crashed and I had to reset my console, but most of the time it worked just fine. You can play the game with another person like normal. They'll give you a split screen on the screen so you can do your own thing, or you can use the WiiU gamepad as a separate screen, which is always the better option. LEGO Marvel Superheroes was really fun. It's not my favorite LEGO game, as that honor would go to LEGO City, but it's definitely my second favorite. I like the level designs as there was always something new to do while you're exploring them, and the variety of the characters was very refreshing. I had a blast playing this title, and so will you, so I do think it's worth a buy.